That was Julie Stevenson and her children, Matthew, aged 9, and Rachel, 12. So Julie's very experienced in feeding the 5 to 11-year-olds. How has she found it?
From 5 to 11 are important ages because they're going to school. You have to make sure they eat well enough through the day, breakfast, dinner, when they come home for their tea. They're growing up, so it's important that you give them the right foods: meat, vegetables, fruit and dairy foods. Make sure they eat the right variety of things. Protein from meat and chicken and fish. Vegetables and dairy foods, yogurts and cheese. Make sure they drink milk. It's a good balance. Bread. They love bread. Brown bread, not white.
I like a lot of vegetables because they taste much better than eating ready meals. I don't like them because they taste different. Fruit and vegetables are more healthy, they're fresher and they taste lovely.
Really encourage them to eat homemade food because you can show them what natural food is like. Vegetables, show them how it's cooked. Don't just buy ready meals. Natural homemade food is best. It's the healthiest thing.
I think it's healthy to eat more fruits and vegetables. Not eat too many things like crisps. There's too much oil in them.
When they started taking school dinners, there were things they liked and things they didn't like, sometimes different with what they ate at home. Sometimes they copy other children. They want to be the same as them. But I just try and encourage them to eat the right food.
So it isn't always easy to maintain a healthy, balanced diet for 5 to 11-year-olds. Again, the Eat Well plate is an invaluable guide to how to do it. But at this age especially, the focus is on the children getting the right mix and balance of nutrients. Encourage your child to choose a wide variety of foods, with a diet rich in fruit, vegetables and starchy foods, to help ensure that they obtain the wide range of nutrients they need to stay healthy. Remember too to include these sorts of foods: milk, cheese, yogurt, soya-beans, tofu and nuts are rich in calcium, which is needed for healthy bones and teeth. Breakfast cereals fortified with added vitamins, margarine and oily fish are good sources of vitamin D, which helps ensure a good supply of calcium in the blood and therefore healthy bones. Fish like sardines, which still have the soft bones in, are really good ways to build up calcium for strong bone growth. Children should eat at least 2 portions of fish a week, because fish are a very good source of protein, vitamins and minerals. And they're low in saturated fat. And very importantly, make one of these portions an oily fish. Meat, particularly red meat and liver, and fish are rich sources of iron. Pulses, beans and lentils, green vegetables and fortified cereals are also good sources of iron. Iron is needed for healthy blood. But research has shown that some children have low intakes of iron, particularly older girls. They can be helped by eating plenty of citrus fruit, such as oranges and lemons, tomatoes and potatoes, which are all good sources of vitamin C. Not only is vitamin C essential for health, It also helps the body to absorb iron. So when children have an iron-rich meal, washing it down with real fruit juice will help their bodies to absorb the iron. Cartons of fruit juice like these are very convenient, but they're high in sugar, as is dried fruit. So they should only be eaten at meal times. Sweet drinks, including squash, damage the teeth as well. So again, only at meal times. Between meals, encourage your child to drink milk or water. Crisps and sweets and sticky foods between meals also cause tooth decay. They're full of sugar and the wrong kind of fat. So if your child does eat these, try to make sure it's only occasionally and in small amounts. Maybe pick one day a week as a sweet day, or choose the weekends as the time when they're allowed to eat sweets. And, very importantly, encourage them to brush their teeth at least twice every day, in the morning and before they go to bed. Don't add salt to their food, and if you buy processed foods, always check the labels to pick the ones with less salt. If your children take school meals, talk to them about what they eat and encourage them to vary their meals. And if you give them packed lunches, keep them varied and interesting as well. If you want them to follow a vegetarian diet, that's fine. But make sure it's balanced. Have a look at the tips we gave when we were talking about toddlers. As they grow older, children will tend to follow the eating habits you establish at home. So make sure they grow up with good habits to take through life. And that's what we'll look at next, the diet of young people and adults.